Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it
Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine!
Ken!
Sarah!
Sark! Don't forget Gerry!
Hey everybody, you're listening to Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
It's 3
These are
a.m.
my friends.
Yeah. We haven't heard
I made it
These
through
are
one
our
episode
stories.
without sleeping. Will it happen this time? Will Ken slap me in the face?
Yes, please.
Will Blaine draw Andy
it'll
Dick
be,
on my balls?
A YouTube video.
Will Gerry shoot the entire thing and put it up on whatever that people are putting things up on today?
VineTube.
I heard
Sark.
VineTube owns everything if you put it up the air.
Blaine did not have a baby, so let's get into this before Blaine has a baby.
I know, I can see the face. I'm crowning.
He got 8 spider bites on his chest. He's going to shoot a baby out of his dick. Where were we?
Alternate history.
A lot of weird shit going on.
Yeah, so you guys, we left off, Mildred had suffered some type of strange affliction in the night. To
Called
her
a Billy Squier
sternum.
concert.
And you guys had investigated the downed ship, got a brief glimpse into its last moments via Stargoyle, and had gotten a glimpse of some type of looked like an insect or a spider or something. It was hard to tell, but when you investigated sort of if anything like that existed here, nothing. I mean, just
No, we
nothing out
never
of the
saw
ordinary,
one, but
so.
Blaine saw one in his...
Blaine saw one in his Stargoyle communique.
Right.
Yeah. But you guys
Sir Richard requests the natives take them to their Spider Lord, just as a trick. Let's see if they fall for it.
This is coming
You got
from, just as a refresher for the listeners, some of the suspicion is coming from the wound, the nature of the wound on Mildred's chest had 8 tiny, like, needle mark style. So
would
there's
be
this
unlikely that-
connection, possibly. When you ask about the Spider Lord, Zissou flutters ignorantly. If you can do that.
Fluttering is
So he's like racist.
fluttering
Sort
is a
of like,
tell.
I don't know.
women belong in the kitchen. He flutters.
Yeah, he doesn't get it.
Black people smell different.
Yeah, so you guys were faced with the
So much work.
didn't help.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't help at all.
I was trying to cover the noise of
We
opening
all
a
heard
can.
you open the can.
Okay, I got it
Something
open.
a lizard was crawling out of his mouth.
I thought you coughed up something really hard.
Yeah.
No, you were considering investigating your ship and outgoing Zeppelin balloon creatures to make sure nothing was on them. And you guys had yet to check your skiff for its weapon system and any extended recon into the collectors. I'm only mentioning this because these are things you've mentioned, not because they may or may not be good
I
ideas.
feel like before we lose more time, we should probably just do a quick but thorough sweep of starting with our ship. Really focused on finding, and then Tuft itself, really focused on finding.
I agree.
Throw a bunch of flour everywhere in case something is cloaked or whatever, and then yes, you know, it'll like.
On it, like
No, I
invisible-
know.
That's a good. That's a good
Spray
plan.
water.
And then the other thing was you had found that a neighboring tree had not been hit with this. All the females here had, but over there they hadn't. So Okay, so first you're gonna do a
Tell them to watch their shit.
hard target search.
Did they quarantine this place or no?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah.
All right.
Nothing's
Nothing
left,
gets in or
and
out.
Nothing.
So let's do that search before
Unless-
people start traveling.
Right. Leaving
Let's
to
just
the
watch
next
Hard
life.
Target instead.
Okay, so looking for anything out of the ordinary, and you're gonna Zissou. You're gonna start on your ship, I guess. Yeah, is that what you guys want to do? Zissou's gonna organize the civilians here to sort of help, and
Great.
they're just gonna sweep the tuft and see if anything could be found that it matches any of this. So you guys go
What is
in
the
and
condition of the women too?
all
They're-
90%. They're all like normal.
So no one got worse.
Tired.
No,
Okay.
Like hot.
just sort of, yeah. It feels like you. It's sort of that weakness as you're getting over an illness. You feel sort of like drained. So you guys go into the skiff and you guys are searching short of actually like breaking it. You are dismantling this thing and you're looking for anything that could have been brought here without you knowing. And I'm gonna roll some dice.
That's promising.
Here.
Interesting.
Let's see.
Nobody.
Hey,
peed.
Brian,
Brian,
why don't
does
you
your-
ask Blaine what these dice rolls are being brought to us by?
Hey, Blaine, what are these dice rolls being brought to us by?
Running, jumping, crouching, kicking, legs! Legs from the makers of arms.
Okay. So you guys search. This is from late morning until the evening. You guys search, and you also move out sort of onto the platform where your ship docked. The rest of the people, there's only the one Zeppelin that you had followed in to this place that's still sort of docked there. It's just sort of lazily heaving and chilling out where it had stopped yesterday.
It's my family's coat of arms.
You guys don't find anything. You search all day. At the end of the day,
Great, I quit.
The everyone sort of convenes, and you see that they have like a little container, and they have all the spider-like things that they've found in this jar, but none of them. They're like, these are just sort of. These are normal spiders or normal insects for this place. They're sort of glad to have rounded them all up, but none of them are like alien or even of the size to fit the medallion size sort of disc.
Right.
They're all just like house spiders.
Like the ones you find under the sheets in your bed when you go to sleep tonight.
Damn it! I can't.
It's Tuft Whacking Day.
You know, it was really
Got all the spiders.
we have some of those big long spiders with the long thin bodies that live in our bathroom, and they come out at night and they hang out, and then they go back. I guess they go back in hiding before the sun comes up. But I got up early because my wife was up early, and I saw one like coming home from work, and it was like walking across the floor from its web going to its hole, and it saw that I saw it. It was sort of embarrassed, but it was like really wiped out. It was really funny.
It's not. Your
What a
story's
long day
not
in the
funny
web,
to me. Not funny at all, Blaine.
He
And then I woke
really
up-
doesn't like spiders.
Then I woke up and it was drinking from my eye.
Spiders do that all the time.
Yeah, man, they just lap up your eye
I woke
water.
up with a black wire on my eye.
He's lost his mind.
This is true, though. This is a good. That's a good story.
Nah, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you
Black widow on my
can't
eye.
tease people by saying I woke up with a black widow on my eye.
Well, he didn't say that.
Well, he tried.
Black
He
widow.
tried so hard.
Get off my eye.
Slow down.
Okay, so the search seems to be used. This house is clean.
God.
Let's sleep tonight in our skiff with the door closed.
That's a good idea.
All right.
We wake up, we're all just covered in white.
Okay. Is that the plan? Seal it up.
And
call
set
it
a
night?
watch.
Oh, definitely a watch.
Wait, I want to search all. I think we should all empty our
Me
pockets
first.
and search all the people in our entire group. I want everyone to make sure that they're not
Oh,
carrying
shit,
some
now we're
weird
in the
device on
thing.
them.
Oh boy, suspicion. Suspicion.
I'm not gonna,
is
I'm not gonna
running
I
physically-
am
rampant.
not going to
physically
spend the rest
force-
of my life tied to this fucking couch.
I can't
Okay,
believe
so
you
you're
can-
I
searching
didn't
each
kill my wife.
I don't care.
You're searching each
Hurt
other.
anybody? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Alright.
I am the one-armed man.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So you search. You don't find anything. There's no bugs. No devices. Weird amulets.
Is
nothing?
Hal watching us talk and reading our lips?
The fun thing will be when the collectors do get here, we will have already wiped them out somehow with our cootie blankets or whatever we're doing to this
Yeah.
tuft. Twist
Yep.
ending.
You've already won.
Here in Whoville.
Fuck you, collectors. Here are your corpses.
All right. So is that it now? Or are you calling it a night now?
God, what?
I'm pretty tired.
Was it early?
Yeah.
We've done nothing but find.
I mean, what
out.
else can we do? We can get on our ship and try to go
watch
after
Game of
collectors.
Thrones
Our weaponry is shit.
All right, I guess we have
You know
another
what?
good night's sleep.
Here's the
Can we-
thing. We can always come back here.
Yeah.
Can we? There's spider bites?
Well, I think. I mean, wait. Are we all agreed though that this has to do with the collectors, right?
I mean, it could be unrelated.
Would it be?
But the female thing that seems so like that would be a
I
pretty good
agree.
coincidence.
I believe it's, maybe there is a cloaked predator in the trees.
is there anybody we
Cloaked
can go to
collector.
and ask,
Yeah,
like 12 pack, etc.? You know.
if only there was some asshole at the end of the table that we could.
Roll for information.
Hey, it's Grover, the asshole at the end of this
You guys are
table.
calling me 12 pack now? You guys rock.
Let's beat the answers out of the DM.
Compared to me.
Forget it.
Well,
All right, so but
Good-
we're gonna
good
take
question.
watches this
yes.
time.
Yeah.
Is it how late in the day are we talking?
You guys got together after you finished searching, so when the light stopped. So we'll say like 8 p.m.
And what precautions are the natives taking?
They are trying to sleep on little platforms. They're afraid that there's like now that
These
whether or not
superstitious
it's
boobs.
whether or not you guys did it or their own superstitions have done it, they're afraid of extra afraid of spiders now. So they're all trying to sleep off the ground and net the openings to their little cubby holes. So
All right.
yeah.
Oh, what if we go all the way back to the ship from the beginning and see if that lady had 8 marks on her?
Let's do it.
Ah, okay.
All right, so I guess a night's sleep, but we're gonna take watches this
Yeah.
time. Were you just waiting until we slept without watches until?
He did. He tricked us.
What?
Yeah.
You
Me
guys-
first.
All right. Yeah. What's the
He's going to
watch-
sleep first.
What's the watch order?
I'll watch first.
All right. Amarth is first.
Table order, maybe just.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Amarth followed by Bart. Then we've got Sir Richard, Mildred, and Blackie. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I'm gonna roll some dice. And all right. So the Amarth, you sit up as everyone goes to sleep. You guys are on the skiff, right? You're sleeping on the floor of
Yes.
the skiff with the door sealed.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
You feel much better, by the way, sleeping on this ship now.
Sure.
The previous night's sleep was great. The room was cozy, but now just there's that you can't get rid of the idea that maybe there's a spider problem. So it's the hard floors of your skiff are delightful. Brian, you stay up. Nothing happens. Bart, nothing. Everyone's sleeping soundly. Sir Richard,
I take pictures of my penis next to everybody's mouth.
yep, with your eye cameras.
Yeah, mental pictures.
I draw pictures.
Oh, these
the
are
walls
beautiful sketches.
of our
Who could have
heads.
done these?
They're stippled.
Talented hand.
All right, I gotta have everyone step up except for Mildred.
Oh,
Fourth shift.
I'm on. Right.
Oh, his went fine too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Richards was fine.
I wondered if someone should
I
wait
think
with
it's
me.
actually-
I actually had that thought, but
I tell you, the dice. There's the gods of D&D.
oh, really?
Are
This
consistent.
This is just
It
random.
was random, but it's
Go ahead and
appropriate
wake
that it
me
would
if
be your
you
shift.
need help. Serious.
Wait, what did he say?
I said, wake me if you need
Oh,
help.
yeah. Yep. And everybody's out. All right. So you're on your shift, and you woke up for your shift early. You were sleeping fitfully because you were ready to take the full 12-hour shift.
Sure.
So about at this point, you're the fourth shift, so it's like the wee hours of the morning. It's like 2:30 a.m. or whatever the relative time here is, and you're sitting up in the front. You want like full visibility, and you've just got you can see everyone sleeping in the back through the open hatches. You're watching outside. And you don't see anything, but you hear very faintly. You hear a familiar sound of in the distance. The familiar sound of a tear, like a ship jump. Real quiet, real quick, just once. You second guess yourself about whether or not if this is the first. Had you heard one already? Did something just come in or did something just leave? But you're pretty sure that you heard it.
But I see nothing.
But you don't see anything. It sounds like it actually happened to the stern where you don't have like visibility
Right.
out the windows. But you sort of a lot of thoughts go through your mind immediately. Did I already hear this? Did I actually hear that? But your logic overwhelms your sort of paranoia, and you're fairly certain that you heard something jump in.
Okay, is there a place? I mean, I'm going to obviously wake everybody up, but is there a place to get a better vantage point?
You could
in the
drop
ship?
in. You could try the bubble, the gunner bubble.
Okay, if it's, I want to get there as quick as possible. If it's okay, I mean, if it's convenient, I want to wake everybody up on my way. But if it's faster for me to just quickly check out what I see from the bubble, I'll do that first.
You can shout at them, but they won't be. You'll be able to be looking
Right.
before they can take any action. So we'll just say that as you run
Right.
in there, you're like, everybody up.
Okay.
So you drop into the sort of belly gunner. You assume it's the weapon system because that's what Stargoyle led you to when you asked about it, but you still haven't seen how it works. But you drop down into the thing. Normally you would have been afraid that it might break underneath you, but now it's like you're focused on
Right.
a whole other thing.
Adrenaline.
So you just drop down into that thing. It seems to sort of fit you very nicely. You can sit right into this thing, and you have this, except for above you, obviously, you have just like a insane field of view. And you're looking back. And you see very faintly, and only once, what looks like a flash of, it could be way in the distance, but it is in the direction of the other tuft, the one that, the neighboring tuft that hadn't been afflicted yet with
Got
these
it,
things. A flash of what could be an engine of a ship, just once.
Okay. So everybody's
But it's
up.
hard to tell. It's hazy. It's nighttime. There's wind. There's atmosphere. All this, but you're pretty sure that you're seeing this stuff and hearing this.
Okay,
stuff.
so everyone's up. So
Yep, we
I
can get 'em.
Yeah.
All right. See, I have to do that because I can't be sure whether or not the person who heard and saw everything is going to
It's
share
gonna
everything.
report.
So.
But then we play this game of telephone where I can see you getting frustrated when people tell everyone else what happened and they're leaving out like key details of like.
Yeah, well, I have to try and patch that up here
Yeah.
and there, but
I'm good. I'll be
in case someday there is some reason that somebody wants to keep something under their hat.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Hi, Mildred. Why did you see when you were awake?
So-
You guys are jarred awake as
Oh, boy.
Mildred like screeches through back like.
Guys,
running to the back towards the back of the ship from the cockpit, like shouting, "Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!"
So
and then
I
she drops into the belly gunner.
went into the bubble, but
Oh,
so
shit.
I heard just barely, super faintly, but what sounded like a tear, like a ship coming in or going out, but
Popping in.
and like second guessed it, but I thought I heard it. Woke you guys up.
Not a Zeppelin ship, but like a ship.
No, like a ship.
slipstream.
Like a jump
Okay.
ship.
Yeah, like a jump
Yeah.
ship. And then I went down into the bubble and I saw, again, very briefly, but what looked like an engine, ship's engine by the tuft the other tuft, the one that wasn't attacked last night. So do we go? I mean,
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
over
let's
there
go,
and try to catch him in the act.
Let's
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
let's take the ship over there and engage.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me wash this cold cream off my face.
As we're
Let me put on my hand.
as we're moving, can Stargoyle give me a quick
Let me wash my
lesson on the gunner
God.
controls or whatever in case I need them? Can you just like point to stuff?
With Ken's mouth.
Well, Stargoyle has got to help Blackie
Oh, Blaine's
fly
you're
the
controlling the ship.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
So you haven't you don't have any. Well, you know there's some type of weapon system, but you guys don't know how to use it on your skiff
I'll
yet.
just start pushing
I
buttons.
would, yeah. If you want, I can get in there and throw some wisdom around. If you are,
Is there a porthole I can stick my head out of? Shoot some flames at.
Well, there's literally no buttons on the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's just like a glass bubble, like a belly gunner bubble, but without a gun. So you're not sure how the thing works.
Let's
but,
take a
Let's
quick
go.
break and then fuck some shit up.
Oh yes.
And we're back.
All right, Blackie. Do you jump over the hood Dukes of Hazzard style and
I'm gonna land ass first on the roof like David Soul, and then I'm gonna slide into the cockpit like Stroker Ace.
Jesus.
Wow.
And do a third thing of a thing that nobody knows what you're saying.
And then I'm gonna do that thing that dude did in WW and the Dixie Dance Kings, which I didn't see, but it's I just remember the name.
all right, so Blackie and Stargoyle bounce up to the front of the ship, and you guys are.
And we open for Tegan and Sarah.
Immediately, like this swings out, and you guys are trucking. Who's in? Were you keeping an eye on things? Did you want to Because the only real visibility here is in the
Belly?
bubble.
Yeah, I think I'm.
is
I'm
there
staying
room
in the
enough for
bubble.
the two of us in the bubble?
No,
There's
it's
one person
really
bubble.
roomy enough for one, but
And that's the only stations or the bubble?
I'm in the bubble.
front?
I'll communicate
Yeah.
what I see.
Okay.
yeah. All right, so you hop in.
I'll
I think I might just go back to sleep then.
I'll call to Bahamut to bless our
All right.
battle.
And there's no portholes for the dragon's head, but
But when the ship turns around, they should be able to
see.
see out of the front of it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
you
they
guys- you guys can see.
Yeah,
it.
and the ship moves. It moves briskly. Blackie and Stargoyle seem to starting to be getting the hang of this thing. You go on full alert up front. You're making a beeline through the dark towards where you know this tuft was. Every now and then a shouted direction from the belly from Mildred. But you see a couple times, just a couple bursts of some type of possible directional correction. Could be engine. You haven't seen anything else that uses flame here, though. Everything, in fact, it's
Other than
probably
me.
a lot of the.
Mildred, focus on those lights. I'm lying down and looking into the
You're trying to
bubble.
get a peek, yeah.
I'm
All right, so you start to see the shape of the tuft. There's no stars out. This place is too atmospheric. There's too much cloud and vapor and everything. So the night is just inky dark. But you see this sort of looming darkness of the neighboring tuft approaching. And you are headed towards where you last saw the flashes of the engine. You see it again, and you sort of start to. Well, I'll let you decide what to do, but you see the flash, and it's much closer. It's about halfway from right now where you saw it. It's about halfway between you and the tuft, directly between between the two of you. Semi-collision course if you keep on going and if it doesn't move from where you just saw it.
Okay, we're gonna like kind of just sort of slow down a little bit.
Okay.
Half impulse.
Okay, so you do that, and you as you do get a little nearer, you see that you are directly behind what looks like a skiff similar to the one you're in. About the same size.
Fire at will, Mildred.
But it's not exactly. It's similar, but it's not exactly. And you see that the flashes that you've been watching are not engines. They're little bits of the ship are breaking off, and then flashing on their own, as if it's
are
some
they
type
tiny
of weapon.
Spheres?
You can't see from here. But it looks like it's deploying something.
Yeah.
How close to it are we?
From here, we'll say 200 yards.
Close and fire.
We don't know how to fire, and we could just hit the tuft. I mean, you want to? Here, I pop out Sir Richard. Maybe Bahamut can tell him what to do.
Let's try this. Stargoyle and I are we're gonna flip the ship upside down so that the bubble is facing directly up. We're gonna get beneath the ship and match its speed, and you're just gonna shoot straight up into the bottom of it. How does that sound? Unless we want to try to board it, unless we want to try to follow one of these probes.
We just don't know how to. There's no like controls even on. That's why I thought Stargrail could maybe.
For the first run in the bubble, it's probably going to have to be Blackie and Stargoyle.
So you guys you can just hop in there
because the ship is
if that's
sort
what we
of
want to
ends
do.
up being
Fire from here.
We want to attack.
See what we can do.
But I see what he's doing. He's trying to get the tuft out of the line of fire.
Yeah. Is there no?
But don't
no
put us
weapons
if we
on
are
the bubble?
successful. I don't want to be underneath it when it collapses. Let's be above it.
And if it's similar enough to you, it might have a belly gunner of its own that you don't want to be under. So it might be better to get above it. But
let's get above it, and then we'll switch places.
All right. Well, we could also do like just sort of get it in like an autopilot thing where we just kind of orbit it.
Tell Stargoyle we need a stable orbit above it, and we need you back here to fire the guns.
Yeah.
All right, Stargoyle. Do that thing, and then I'll meet you back here, and then we go hit Spencer's Gifts.
All right. So first off, Stargoyle's got to follow you. Before you do anything, you're going to have to get a crash course with him. So
how to operate this.
You put so there's going to be a few minutes here while you're like, come on.
Okay,
but for now, you put the ship into a trajectory that you're not going to crash into anything, and hopefully no one notices you.
Whatever you do, don't touch this button right here. This one. Right here. The one that you just put your drink next to. Don't touch that button. The one right next to your backpack. Don't touch it. Whatever happens, don't go near it. Don't even look at it. The one you just put your glasses on. Don't touch that button.
So, Stargoyle and Blaine. Blaine, you settle into the bubble. Stargoyle hops on your shoulders, and he's amped because he hasn't gotten to mess around with this with you yet. So you hop into the bubble, and you hear something chunk from the outside of the hull of your ship, and you see that it spins around. It looks almost like what must be a second layer of the bubble that you are not in contact with. Rotates around, and just a part of the underside of the ship, which seems to be sort of the weapon, spins around, and it immediately like moves into action. So it's almost like you're imagine you had like a tube on the windshield of your car that you could look through. That's what this is like, but it's completely like 360-degree free movement. So it's just sliding around this thing. Eventually, when you're done, you assume it will snap back up into the hull of the ship where it just rests. But so this thing just the sighting is like, it looks like you're looking through, not even a sight, it looks like you're looking through the barrel of whatever it is, whatever this thing fires, and it spins around freely.
The universe will tremble.
So Stargoyle gives you like a
confetti cannon.
Okay, I want to see
thumbs up.
I want to see some thumbs up from everybody here.
Fire. Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So Stargoyle, you're going to get into position, right? You're going to send Stargoyle back up to try and get the ship into firing position now that you have a general idea of how this thing works?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So Stargoyle's like, "Wee!"
I'll go with Stargoyle.
All right. So he hops up and he's jumping up and down on the buttons.
Oh, kitten on the keys.
And the ship, he is unable to, by himself anyway, put it into like a perfectly synchronous orbit around the thing, but he just pulls it up and essentially parks it about 100 yards straight above and a little behind the ship. At this point, from the tuft, you can see tiny, tiny bursts of light happening at the tuft now, but you can't see. It's too dark, and whatever those is causing those things is too small for you to see.
Almost spider-sized.
You're all clear, kid.
All right, so the ship drifts to a halt. You look through the. I can just picture Sir Richard like right at the top of the glass bubble, like. You just look through the tube down towards the other ship, and it's like, well, I mean, I guess this is it. And as soon as you mentally sitting in the bubble, as soon as you mentally sort of green light firing, there's just one like thunderous like thwam and barely affected by like any sort of wind or anything. There's just a heavy. It's also not super speedy. It would be hard to hit anything really agile with this. It just looks like it fires out like a can. It's just like boom. And this can just goes, you can actually see it about halfway there start to tumble. And it's only like a little over 100 yards. And it just goes, you can just see it go clunk. And even for a second, a tiny bounce. Blank. You hear Stargo going,
I got him!
it's complete.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Completely like in bits, just fucking destroyed. You start to see little bursts though, from the tuft.
Oh, shit.
Blackie, get up to the bridge.
and then around the wreckage. You can't see what it is though. It's still too dark, too small.
Get
I
up
hope
here.
it's not vipers. All right, I'm back on the bridge.
All right.
Let's maneuver away from the bursts of light that
Really?
we don't know what it is, right?
I was thinking maybe we should go to the land on the tuft, and that's probably whatever that they're collecting.
we could
the
do that
pieces
too. What do you want to do?
Shouldn't we try to get one, whatever it is that's grabbing pieces of women? Shouldn't we try to like
Get one and
get
analyze
one?
it.
Yeah,
All right,
I mean,
let's do it.
I don't know.
I'm all for
I'm
it.
not
Kill whatever
we
we can.
Seems like that might, but
All right. So where do you guys want to fly?
I'm taking evasive action. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to do like a big corkscrew action away from this thing, and maybe sort of head towards the tuft at a weird angle so that we can.
Okay.
You know what
Follow.
you could do too? You could land. You could quickly drop us off and then maneuver the ship to safety. And we could go out there and try and get one of those discs.
yeah, that's fine.
So you
I'm
can't
for
see. So while you guys talk and he maneuvers,
Yeah.
you see that whatever these things are, they don't seem to be coming at you.
Yeah.
There's just tiny flashes, as if like tiny directional motors were firing both from the surface of the tuft and around the wreckage.
That's
So-
the thing. I feel like I don't want to lose one of these. If
It
this
seems
is
almost
there.
like they're returning,
right, like
and
they're
the
then not
wreckage.
really,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
being sort
Having
of
nowhere
like
to go.
right
Let's get down there.
All right.
to the tuft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we just dive? Can't we dive through them and just stick a net out?
I mean, when we get down there, we're gonna have to get creative anyway. Let's open the hatch and we'll jump out. That way, the ship isn't moored. If there's another ship that comes in, you can.
We got any
And
kind
you
of
guys could.
line
You're not
tying
gonna.
us down?
You're not gonna. It's not like you're
It's
gonna
a-
fall.
No, no.
You're just gonna
Right.
gently,
Right.
ever so gently drift.
Let's
Right.
do a combat
Let's go.
drop out of this ship.
All right.
somersault out of the ship.
All right. Right now, jumping to the tuft.
Not from here.
Well, not
Okay,
when
that's a
we're,
few hundred
yeah,
yards.
no,
Closer.
when we're close.
Closer.
Okay, so
If everyone could have seen how excited Scott was to
I was like, yes.
the players.
They're
You
gonna
guys are
drift into
awesome.
nowhere.
Okay, so Blackie swings the ship around. And
Bulba style.
brings you within 15, 20 feet of
I'm out the
tough
door.
surface. Hatch is open.
Barrel roll.
You guys, Amarth, what are you doing?
I jump with my fucking battle axe swinging.
All right, you guys all bail.
Okay.
This is the first time you've used sort of the low gravity in any sort of offensive situation. It feels like amazing because you guys are peeling out of this thing like a space SWAT team. Your sort of natural combat prowess is you guys are doing like tucks and landing on your feet on the platform, grabbing the handrails. You can see tiny. You still can't hear it, but you can see in diminishing numbers tiny flashes happening from around the tuft, and the tuft is pretty much silent. It's just like completely. It looks like it's completely asleep.
Should we wake everyone up to grab them, or should we just try to go grab them?
I should try to
is
focus
there
on
one of these
little
focus
things.
lights? Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to be the ones that you're seeing more or less and less frequently seem to be coming from where the homes are, the little nooks.
Right.
So
Let's
you
try
guys
and
are
jet
slinging,
the closest
slinging
one.
through
Taking their
these.
samples.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I'm gonna just roll. This is
Can we grab them?
Mildred is
purely a
trained
matter of
in
luck here.
thievery, by the way, in case.
Yeah.
that
All right.
matters.
Well, if you get lucky and manage to come across an occupied cubbyhole, that may come in handy. But here, I'm gonna roll once for each of you guys. And Sir Richard, Mildred again. All right, I gave each of you a 10, just so you know, a 10% chance, and Mildred rolled an 8. So, you guys fan out with military precision, attempting to sort of cast as wide a net as your small crew can. A couple of the families are sort of jarred awake as they hear you in like low gravity leaps, sort of thumping up against the sides of the trees and peeking in, parting curtains and peeking into these rooms. But you don't see anything. It's just sleeping. At least in the low light, even you don't notice anything. And it seems like most of the flashes seem to be already having vacated. You still see them periodically up in the air around where the wreckage seems like it is.
Should we wake the women?
But Mildred, maybe. But Mildred, you just blindly take a jump towards
it took some skill.
Well, no. The jump was skill, but you just blindly sort of pick a limb and head towards it arbitrarily because there's no way to know where these things are pinging. And you see as you like jump up to the edge of it and you look in, you see it looks like a hand. So it's like a hand made of bone, but it's like a palm, a skeletal palm, but with 8 tiny fingers, all with the same knuckles and joints and everything, but in a perfect circle. And you see it just as it springs with its legs like a little reverse claw off of the sleeping woman's chest in this little cutout. And it spins around in air, and there's a tiny flash, and it propels itself out the door. So we're going to roll to see if you... we'll just do... let's see. This, I don't know if this is thievery.
It's a dexterity check, thievery is.
Yeah,
Just
I'm down
saying.
with that.
I don't know if that'll help, but...
So
Athletics
it moves
also.
fast.
Athletics?
I think I like the thievery. This is sort of you're sort of trying to snake this thing out of the air. It's a little bit of sleight of hand. What's your dex bonus?
You mean my...
We're gonna actually do
my
this
thievery
4th edition
one?
style. Yeah.
It's 8 thievery because it's
'cause you're
trained.
trained.
Yeah, that's a...
Okay, so I'm gonna do the difficulty of this roll will be. It's pretty intense. We're gonna say 20. We're gonna say 21. So you roll a d20, add your 8, and you got to beat 21.
Okay.
So that's a
Come on,
12,
get this
13.
thing.
I didn't do it.
All right. So it goes. You make a grab for it, but in the low gravity, it's hard to get your footing, and it just.
Any of us see it zip by as it heads
make
to
the-
the ship, or it's not? The ship's not there. So
I'm
Yeah,
going
no.
after it. I'm going after it to where all the stuff is.
All right.
They can pick me up in the ship.
Okay.
just propelling myself
So
off
hold
the
on. I
planet.
make that sound effect, but it's not. That's the sound effect of how it looks. This thing is like silent.
Yeah.
So it's gone.
I'm pushing off of the planet.
And you're
towards
just
it.
rocketing
Yeah.
out towards. Okay. Let's roll an acrobatic check on that.
Acrobatics or athletics? They're different.
Or sorry.
wait, you just jumped off the tuft?
Yeah, let's do acrobatics. This
Okay.
is a full-on gymnast. So wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Difficulty is of this will be. What's your acrobatics bonus? Are you trained?
3.
So 3. This is going to be pretty intense too. I'm going to say it's the same. 21.
It's weird because my dexterity check is 4, but my acrobatics, which is a dexterity thing, just says 3 next to it. I don't know what that means.
Fucking
Okay.
goddamn 4th
So-
edition.
So sorry, what did you say I'm trying to do?
21. Put your dex bonus on there.
Okay, so I'm
Fuck the
so
police.
4. So
Yeah.
I need
You need to roll a 17
Oh.
or better.
Or higher.
I didn't do it again.
Can any of
alright.
us see what's going on
Yeah,
with
do
her?
you see her?
No, she's
flying
going to have
out?
to get creative on getting a signal back to you.
Right.
But all may not be lost. Well, I mean, obviously, you're not. It's not like you're going to die, but your jump may not be a total fail. I was just seeing if you could match the trajectory of
Right.
the little guy. So you're like flying through the air like a dwarf girl version of the Rocketeer towards the wreckage of the skiff that you guys just blew up. The rest of you guys don't know that she just did that. So you are you start waking everyone up. Is that Amarth? Was that what you were gonna do?
Well, if I
Oh, I thought we were all. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's fine, and I would be drawn to that wreckage.
Oh, waking the
if
other
it's
people
more.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys
Let's
start.
take a quick break and then we'll
All
do
right,
that.
cool.
We're back.
All right, so you guys start to wake up the.
Good break, you guys. I
the
just wanted to say
citizens.
it.
Good break.
Good.
Good
That
break.
was
Good
a
break.
good break.
Working.
A few quick shouts. You guys sort of like zero in on your position. You hear everyone shouting, Mildred, waking everybody up. You're still within like shouting distance.
Yeah, I'm
so
sure I'm calling out at this point. Headed
So-
for the wreckage.
a couple.
See you guys there.
A couple shouts
Gonna
and everyone
turn it
starts waking up,
on.
and you hear Mildred somewhere out in the sky, shouting that she's jumped towards the wreckage.
Anybody got an eye
I
on her?
move. Yeah, I move as quickly as I can towards the wreckage.
Okay, so it's just going to be a jump.
That's fine.
Okay, all right. So let's do an acrobatics check.
These two
right?
Hey,
dummies are going to be spinning out together.
I'm up in the
space.
cockpit. I can't yell anything like, "Hey, tie yourself off" or anything.
No.
I will
Well, it's
be
too far
once I
from
land.
the planet.
Yeah, this is. I mean, you guys were a couple hundred yards out.
I just don't want to
still when
lose
you're-
those sample
And we don't want to lose
collectors.
you. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was not the nicest thing I've ever heard.
That was my character.
You're an asshole.
So it's just gonna be. I think it's just your dex.
Yeah. Okay.
So 21 plus whatever your dex bonus is.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Just-
a one-handed.
All right.
What is your dexterity? Because you don't
Well,
have
my
the bonus.
dex is 12, so I don't have a
I
bonus.
think it's.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
All right. Well, all right. Roll
You
it
should have done your thing on the.
on the AI. All right. Now that may not be a total loss, but you're gonna have to see here in a minute. As best you can, you shove off of the mighty, just a jump straight out towards the wreckage. Behind you, you see the glowing arm and leg of Sir Richard leave the surface of the tuft and sort of start to follow you out. You guys also see that
Where are you going?
in the darkness. All right, what are the rest of you guys doing? Actually, this could be the first time Blackie actually sees what's happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to turn the ship around and follow those legs.
All right. Let me roll real quick. All right, you do that. You guys see the skiff break off of the sort of the drop off pattern and go after Sir Richard. Okay. You, Bart, you sort of continue raising hell. Amarth, you come across a sort of a closed, like a heavy wooden door that's been closed, and on the other side of it, you can hear. None of you guys, the rest of you guys, can hear this, but we're just going to save time, and this is all happening very quickly, so you don't have to leave. But your characters don't know this. Behind the door, you hear screaming. And the door is like thumping, and there's like a woman shouting like, "Get it on, get it on."
I'm going in.
All right.
And then I scream, "A little help!"
All right. So
I hope things get better for the woman that's screaming.
Yeah, same here. Cross your fingers.
It's 50-50 at this point, whether things get a lot better or a lot worse.
Okay, so we're gonna the door is either something's fallen over in front of the door or it's locked, but an initial push. No, because it's just a carved hole in the tree, so you're just gonna have to break this thing down.
Great X.
All right, so let's roll a.
And I armor up. Does armoring up take a roll or anything, or no?
Nope, just a thought.
Okay, cool. I armor up and I great axe in.
All right, so let's roll a strength check. What's your strength bonus?
Girls.
7. Oh no.
7. And your strength is 20, so this door is gonna just evaporate. So I'm gonna say it's a 10. Difficulty check of 10. So you got to roll a 3 or more, I think.
I got a 7. Yeah.
All right. So do you shout anything before you do this, or are you going in strong?
Yeah. I what did I just say a minute ago?
A little help here.
Yeah,
you shouted at these guys. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's
And
hoping
just,
she's
like,
not in front of the door.
Key eye through
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so you take a swing at the door, hoping to sort of like
I go high. I try to cleave it open just from
knock
the top.
it open. Yeah. And as you have 20 strength, so as you swing your axe and the door just shatters, you see that it actually opens like Dutch style. So but the whole thing just goes, just like it's just splintered down into the ground, and then just this cloud of like wood chips drift up around you.
Okay.
And you see against the back wall. Fortunately, you didn't. The woman wasn't standing up against the door. You see a woman, and she's holding, or what looks like she's holding this thing on her chest, but she's screaming, "Get it off! Get it off!" And you can see flashes of light from underneath it between her and it. And you can smell like burned.
I get to her as fast as I can, and I try to grab it off of her.
All right, so so one step and you're in. She's like oblivious to your presence. She's so focused on this thing that's on her. This is the first you've seen of one of these little bony looking. It looks almost like if your hand was the skeleton of an octopus.
Is there a head to it, or
no?
Okay.
And small, like spread out, maybe 6 inches.
Okay.
But it's locked onto her with its like limbs on her chest. As you get up to it, you see that it looks like it's lodged, like it's stuck, and it's trying to get off of her. So it's firing its little like jet, but it's stuck on her, so it's burning into her.
Jesus.
So I don't know what you want to do. What do you?
I'm just gonna grab it. I'm armored, so I'm gonna grab it.
All right,
with
so
my
you grab it,
armored hand.
and you, without you're not sure what kind of pull you're gonna have to put on this thing, but without too much pull, and a sort of almost like you're
Breaking open a lobster.
yeah, no, it's a little wetter. It's like you're tearing a wet towel.
Right.
It unlatches, and you see that it actually, just the end of its first knuckle each first knuckle was in her, and it sort of pops off, leaving really small opening. But it starts to, you can feel the push of it. It's like
I just grab my other hand and smash it like a small bug.
all right. So none of you guys know any of this. Amartha's handling shit. All right, so you just clap your hands together like Thor, Thor or the Hulk. And you notice something that even in your sort of dense barbarian brain, you think to yourself, I need to remember to tell everyone this later. As you smash it, there's this mechanical sort of hiss as the whatever it was that was causing it to sort of propel itself busts, and bits of the legs break off and everything. But out of the as you look down for the first time, now that it sort of lays still for a second, there's a ring it looks like of bone that seemed to be blowing the flame, but inside the ring is like a really wet sort of almost like the tongue of a clam, or even like a face hugger, like
God
throat
damn
thing.
it.
And it sort of flops out limp as you crush it. But out of the end of that little tiny bit of meat, a drip, almost like a bit of smoke, wisps up out of it. And as it sort of dissipates, you can almost hear the sound of a woman's voice, like a sigh, like sort of very faint.
Jesus, that's creepy.
Wait, do I not have a soul
I
anymore?
know, that's what I'm thinking.
Stay in school.
Who said that?
Okay.
I go outside. Well, I
So now
see
you're
if this,
holding this thing.
how this
Okay.
woman is.
I can't, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So she is.
If it does have your soul, did we
She's
blow up
just
the ship
collapsed
with your
on
soul?
the floor of her little abode there, and she's just like sobbing. She's too freaked out to even thank you, but
Okay.
she seems to be all right. The wounds are almost like, even though like something popped out from her skin, it's sort of the joint that the skin was in was small enough so that it just left a tiny hole in the skin. So
Okay, I go outside.
She seems all right, other than being
I tell her I'll be right back, and I
horribly-
go outside to
okay.
find these guys.
Blaine, you follow the glowing.
Do I have a pouch or anything, or I don't?
Yeah,
yeah.
You guys have. You guys each have backpacks.
Yeah, I put this thing on whatever I'm wearing.
Little limp mollusk tongue skeleton hand.
Is there any? Does
Ken
she
is
have any?
disgusting.
Does she have any like bedspreads or anything like that? Like,
What's about to happen?
I know.
no, I just would wrap it up and then put it in my.
While she's
Like a
distracted.
like thatched blankets. You can.
Yeah, I
use,
just rip I need this.
Okay. Well, she's like
Just
she
rip a
does.
piece
Yeah,
up.
she's not even.
I
She's
forget,
fine with it.
The humans don't speak common, right? Only the.
Right.
Okay.
Only the flutterers.
Well, just kind of sign language.
no, I
that
just-
I'm-
yeah,
But you haven't seen any flutterers. But you also haven't seen if they sleep like we do or if they
Right.
flutter off. But so far here there hasn't been any.
I go out looking for Ken and whoever else and Blackie.
Okay, a couple shouts reunite you with Ken, aka Bart. Blaine, you're following the glowing arm and leg of Bahamut out into space.
Yeah.
And as you, the ship pulls up next to you smoothly, the open hatch door, you easily can, clunk.
And now, where can I see Mildred?
In the dark, you can't see her.
Oh,
No.
shit.
You're gonna have to
I
generate-
call out for
Is
Mildred.
she yelling? Is she yelling?
Okay, all right. So you hear her then call
And
out.
I get rope ready.
all right.
That shield over your chest.
Now, before you do that, Mildred, you're flying out. And you see, you actually come so close to the thing that you were chasing. You can't see the finer details of it like Amarth has, but your trajectory is off, so you see yourself just drifting a little farther away from it.
I tie myself off to the ship, by the way.
Okay.
While this is going on.
You see a small flash, and you have one brief moment, one action due to your being a trained warrior, before the flash that you just saw turns into a little, one of these little objects hurtling towards you through the air. So you have one action right now. Behind you, you can hear Sir Richard shouting, and you've given a couple response shouts. So you can see him hanging out of the side of the ship, and the ship going catching up to you. But this thing is going to hit you like right now.
I throw up my new shield.
Okay.
And try to grab it also while it's coming at me or whatever, I guess.
All right. So now there's.
Okay, I just put the shield.
Okay,
That's
I was
all
going to say
do.
you're
Okay.
going to have to pick one. All right. So instinctively, you snap the emblem down to the end of your arms. The shield comes into being. Instantly, this thing goes bang, bounces off. You see like a little rainbow shimmer. You see a faint glow of something you don't know what it is.
How far away is that, the glow?
20, 30 yards. You're catching up. You'll be caught up in just a moment.
Yeah.
But you see this sort of luminescence as it pings off of your light shield. And as that thing spins out into the darkness, the bow of the skiff and the side of the skiff pull up next to you.
Can I try and hit it with the gauntlet?
That thing disappeared.
Gone,
yeah,
right?
that thing disappeared.
Right.
But they're still around here.
Yeah.
Right.
So you should be sort of careful,
Yes.
because they are. It seems like sort of pinging around semi-aimlessly around where the ship used to be.
Where are we in relation to the wreckage of the skiff, and what is happening with the wreckage of that skiff?
The wreckage of the skiff is dissipating and slowly drifting away, but you're seeing periodic flashes where it was, and you're only a dozen, 20 yards.
I'm going to secure Mildred when I can to your
ship pulls up next to you.
Yeah.
So
Right.
if you,
Well,
you
yeah,
can
no, that's fine.
sling
I just feel
yourself
like we
into
should
the
try to
hole.
grab one of these.
Yes.
Since we
But I
don't
also
know that
we may be able to like find more of them on the wreckage of that skiff.
Right.
it's totally destroyed, or is it like there are still pieces?
Well, I mean, there's chunks, but the chunks are drifting away, so
Okay.
it's almost
And there's little things flying out
Yeah.
from the wreckage.
yeah. So
Can
you could just spin the ship around and
Yeah.
see if you could catch something.
Blackie, see if can you get us towards a large chunk of this stuff, the wreckage?
I'll try. I don't know how long I can keep it up at this speed.
Is there a net on this ship at all?
I don't know. You also have bait.
Well, she's next to me, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought it wouldn't count anymore since they already got me, but that's why it came right at me and didn't go at anyone else.
You assume it
Cool.
doesn't seem to be the smartest little.
So I'm
motherfucker.
tied on a rope right now, right?
You guys are both tied
Yes.
into the
Okay,
ship.
she
to
does an
locker
awesome
handles.
somersault out into the sky and goes, "Come and get me, motherfuckers!"
All right, Amarth and Bart. Somewhere out in the sky, you hear, "Come and get me, motherfuckers!"
I smile.
All right, I'm trying to keep my head on a swivel then.
All right. So you see, you're looking around, and you've got your shield. Is it up or down at the moment?
Well, I can
you
switch
can
it around to different sides, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's always up, but I want to be ready to move it around if I need
Okay.
to.
You'll need
Someone's
one
about to
action to move it.
Okay,
So you'll
so-
have to, if something.
Comes from the other direction,
Yeah.
right? But I'll keep it up.
I'll
for
watch
now.
your blind spot. If you're looking one way, I'll watch your
probably-
I'll
back.
definitely keep it in front.
your-
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
definitely keep it in
So
front.
she,
instead.
Blackie, you can just see this out of the edge of the cockpit window. You see like a worm on a hook. You see Mildred drifting out there, screaming at something.
Blackie, get me more rope. I'm yelling for Blackie too. I'm gonna need more rope. I'm gonna try and tie our ship onto some of the wreckage.
And that woman in the exit row wants another Coke.
In the
God, she's such a pain in the ass.
So as Mildred yells, "Come and get me, motherfuckers!" you see probably 30 flashes.
Oh no!
Oh no!
They
All right,
flash.
We can't see any of this.
So
It's too
this-
far from us, right?
Well, you see little
I see the
tiny
flashes.
pings of
All right.
fireworks.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I pull Mildred back?
Yeah,
with the rope?
you have, knowing how quickly these things have moved, you only have a round, maybe two, before the...
Here's
I'm running towards the edge of the tuft.
All right. Are you just going to jump it?
Oh, yeah,
you can jump
Yeah.
from where you're at.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same thing.
All right, let's roll your acrobatic jumps, see how accurate you
Wait,
are.
we don't know. Okay.
I'm going to help.
Yep. No, words of Sir Richard's
I don't know why
words of
she
advice.
called me motherfucker, but I'm coming to help. Seems kind of rude.
All right, and by the way, I'm with not my gauntlet hand. I'm pulling back on her rope to pull
Okay,
her.
that's
closer.
your first move.
Yes.
Yeah.
think it's good.
With the
It's to
gauntlet
reel
hand
her
up.
in.
I support it.
Because she's about to get little skeleton clam tongue bukkakied.
What?
That is super
Nailed it.
sexy.
Do you know what
Now-
bukkake means?
Now we know where this came from. You had some creepy
Put
dream.
that on a shirt, earwolf.
Okay, D20s for Marth and Bart. So this is this is a little bit easier because you're not trying to chase the exact thing. So we'll
trying to
say
get to the
we'll
lights.
say a difficulty of 15.
Am I aiming for with the
You're aiming for the ship. You're
their skiff, the one that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you need to roll D20, add your dex bonus, and beat a 15. Zamarth.
19.
Yeah, he's good.
All right, he rolls a 19,
10,
a 10.
Oh God,
14.
Oh, all right. So it's close though. It's not a. It's just he's not going to quite thump into the side of the ship. Amarth, you line it up perfectly, and you shove off. It's going to be about.
Do you need help? Can I grab him? Do I
Oh,
see
yeah.
him?
No, I mean, well, you can have this conversation, but you have absolutely no control of your direction once you've jumped. Well,
no,
you
but I
don't.
mean, once I
Amarth.
land, when I land, do I see him not land?
Well, you
what
haven't
I'm
landed
asking.
yet. You have 3 rounds of drifting.
Oh shit!
Of rocketeering, yeah. But it looks like, judging from your first push, it looks like you're going to be dead on. You're going to be able to latch onto the side of the
Okay,
ship.
cool. Okay.
Marth, you know you're a little off as soon as you take off.
Bart, you mean?
Or sorry, Bart. Yeah. All right. So now wait. That's your round. Sir Richard, you gave a tug on the rope. Blackie's just in a holding pattern right now.
Well, he's
unless
going
he has,
for the wreckage. He's right. That's where we were moving, or no?
Yeah, I'm just staying the course.
So it's hovering right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You probably. I mean, well, I don't know. I'll let you guys. Flying around maybe while people are hanging by the ropes might not be.
Yeah, and while people are
And why
jumping
people
towards
are
you.
but they don't know that yet.
Oh shit!
You feel like you're almost bent
I have
in
a
half.
20 strength.
Yeah, as this, and you start to just hurtle back straight through the hatch. You have 1 round. What are you going to do?
I mean, I guess no. I mean, like, what am I going to do?
Just, I guess.
just, like,
I was just
keeping
seeing
my-
if you
yeah.
if there's
I'm
any
gonna,
else
I'm gonna
shields
yell
up.
for her to hang
Shields
on.
are up, and I guess I'm just keeping my eyes
going
peeled.
like this.
All right. So you just tuck
Fine,
up.
you're looking-
I mean, do
you're-
I have time to weave together some type of net out of?
Oh, yeah, easy.
Yeah, can I just do
Yeah.
that real quick and then?
All right, so then you double up under the force of Sir Richard's tug,
Yeah.
and you get behind your shield as best you can. As soon as her position changes, you guys, still drifting towards the ship, see another wave of little sparks as
Yeah.
these things seem to change course to follow you, presumably. Still can't see them. They're moving too fast. It's like the dead of night here. You manage to get the shield up, Mildred, and you get your feet sort of
Yeah, cannonball a little bit and then.
tugged up behind you, so that you're gonna actually hit the back wall of the skiff as you come through the hatch. Amarth, you continue flying straight through the air. Bart, you're drifting a little off course.
Can I adjust
You could
by using my dragon breath?
you could try it.
All right.
All right,
I'm not going to blow too hard
right.
because I don't want to shoot myself way off course, but I'll just give a little.
Okay, so now this is really complex, though, but it's worth a shot. Let's roll another d20. This will be another acrobatics like no one has ever used before. But do a difficulty of 17 on this. Come on.
9.
All right.
Plus 4.
So, you try it. You try and position yourself, and you're just eyeballing it. You're looking over your shoulder at the ship, and you give it like a... it actually does correct you slightly, but it doesn't put you in perfect line. So you just slowly now are in a tumble.
Can I grab any of these spider things in reaching distance?
They will be in another, possibly in another round. You guys, Mildred slams into the back of the opposite wall of the hatch, gets her feet under her, and keeping her shield up. What are you doing this round?
I was gonna see if they were close enough to hit with the gauntlet, but they're not.
No, by the time they are there, they're going to be right there.
But the hatch, we're inside, not atop it. So we could seal the hatch.
You could, but that might that might prevent you from getting any.
Yeah, we're not gonna seal it. So I guess we're gonna. I'll go.
Can I
jump
into one of those lockers and close the door?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, that's what I do.
They'll probably come in.
That's what I'm thinking. They'll come in, and then they'll be in there, and they'll.
Then have fun, Sir Richard.
No, they're not after him, right?
That's true.
They're gonna bug you.
They're just gonna be all piled up on that locker like magnets.
Never thought I'd smug myself. Yeah. All right.
Hopefully he's not doing the Silence of the Lambs dance with his dick tucked between his legs when they board the ship.
Well, not yet, anyway.
He did say how he lost his hand was a secret he would tell us, and hopefully it's not like the crying games.
Yeah.
Like.
I do. Now doesn't seem like quite the time to tell you how I lost my hand.
All right, Blackie, you hear...
For Glenishmore.
You hear a battle cry, and you hear Mildred bounce into the ship and just dive into a locker, and you know it's about to be a hot LZ back in the... You could actually close the door to the cockpit if you wanted to... I'm just saying. Or you could keep it open so that the communication is still there. But you know the ship's about to be lousy with whatever these things are. You're still not sure what that is.
You know, I'm just gonna. I'm good. I'm just leaving the door.
Keeping an eye peeled. Yeah. Okay. Bart, you're gonna spin this round. Let me roll and just see if you're gonna go just through empty space, or or actually through a debris cloud, or one of these critter bunches.
Can I see him?
Yeah, I'm yelling to make myself known too. Like,
you can't see him. But a second ago, you saw a gout of fire.
I saw him though.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know he's there.
Yeah. Yeah, and he could. Obviously, he's not going to be lost because he can signal pretty clearly.
How far out is he? From the ship now?
He's passing the ship. So,
from me.
Miss Drift.
Yeah.
You can't see him through that.
But I saw the fire.
You saw the fire, but you can't see where he is. His trajectory changed as he's like.
But okay.
Okay, so you're gonna miss the ship by about 30 yards off to the opposite side of it. You're not gonna go through any of the things.
Okay.
But there is some debris from the ship that you shot that it looks like you're gonna pass through. Okay. So you could either grab that or propel yourself off of it, or at least make sure you don't brain yourself on it. Amarth, like goddamn Superman, you jackknife around and land in a crouch, grabbing the end of grabbing bits of the hull of your skiff. And you see, just as you see, looking down the side of it through the open hatch, you can hear the battle cry of Glenishmore, and you see about 30 of these little things just in a cloud just go thump into the open hatch, into the ship. And you hear Sir Richard shouting, "Ah!"
I follow them.
I hit him with the gauntlet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Just that he's following him.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
yeah, but I mean, the gauntlet's going to be faster than him, so
So
I may not get them all either.
Yeah, so his round is going to be, his round will be coming in. Your round's going to be attacking. So you're not going to accidentally hit
No.
Amarth. This isn't like the Keystone Cops. Not usually, until you start rolling ones. All right, so this is an unusual attack because you're fighting a cloud. But go ahead and roll an attack.
And I have the sword in one hand because after that I'm going to start swinging on these things.
Okay.
All right.
A 20.
Fuck those things.
All right. Gerry rolled a 20 here. So
double beam shot.
yeah. So Richard, you guesstimate as good as you can, and you're just trying to hit center mass on this bunch. You hear the locker rattling shut as Mildred slams in one bounce off the wall, slams into the locker and pulls it shut behind her. These things all pile in. Your gauntlet, you see from like as if somebody turned on a floodlight in the back, shining into the cockpit. You're not sure what it is until you give a look over your shoulders. Stargoyle's like meh, meh, like super amped. You see like a floodlight sort of coming out of the hatch on the far side of the ship that you can't see, and it seems to focus, and then it winks out, and then like a column of light, probably 18 inches wide, just goes, and it just extends out into like infinite. It could be you can't tell where it went.
Hopefully not into an Ewok house.
Right. Silently though, just
Yeah.
only. So let me see what made it through. Take your depleted uranium dice.
Were they going for him?
No, they were just boarding the ship. Okay, so of 30 or so, 26 of them just disappear. Like when your eyes adjust after a moment, there's 4 little things
Bahamut be praised.
drifting inside the ship. And they seem aimless.
I grab them really
Yeah.
quickly, and I run and I put them into like a clothes locker that Mildred is not in.
Awesome.
Okay. As soon as you grab them, they seem to not be okay with it. But they're not. There's nothing. It's nothing you
They're
can't
not
handle.
in any position
So, like,
to not be handled.
into the locker. Amar.
Wait. I want to make sure
Okay.
the locker's closed.
Well, before you do that, boots first. Amarth comes through in a horizontal bar move, halfway hoping that he would be able to just baptize himself in the light that you were firing out the door. And you see, Amarth, Sir Richard rounding up the 4 of these little motherfuckers that you crushed earlier. He seems to be trying to shove them into a locker to try and capture them.
Does he have them? Can I help?
Yeah, you get a few of them, and Amarth, you grab one of them.
But
you
I want to
jam
make
them,
sure. Yeah, we want to make sure this is closed.
jam
I mean,
them
they
into
don't-
this locker. It's shut. It's latched. You can hear it thumping. Thump.
All right,
but they can't.
I tell. Well, Mildred may not be safe out here. Amarth and I should go get Bart.
It's real stuffy in here.
We'll be back. Don't come out.
Wait, really?
I mean, there are probably more of these things.
Yeah, the hatch is still open.
Close the
later.
hatch, but okay.
All right, so now
Call 911.
Blackie, now on Captain Blackie, you now have Mildred, Sir Richard, and Amarth confirmed back aboard the
That's
HMS.
everybody. Let's set course for Earth.
Ground control to Major Tom.
I'm gonna go. Stargoyle and I are gonna try to. Everybody, count off.
Where's Bart?
Now you saw a brief. You
he was
briefly
behind
saw
me.
a burst of flame, so you have a general idea of where he was headed, so you could get the ship closer to him.
I'm
probably, so.
gonna ask Stargoyle. Hey, see if you can do any thermal location of my little repto buddy up there.
I'm still tied off, right? Not like
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot
You're
heroin,
inside,
but
right?
Right.
I'm not going to
running
stay
outside
inside a
the
locker like some
You have a lot of strength. You could probably just.
Yeah, I'm gonna just come out of here. I'm just warning you that that's what's
but
happening.
There may be more hands flying towards
we're ready.
you.
I wanted them to fly towards me. That was the point.
Well,
I mean, not so many, but
A mildly pissed off dwarf warrioress
Don't open the door that's knocking.
clanks out of the locker. Damn it!
just want to get my favorite shirt out of this locker over here. Let me just grab it.
That's what happens when you try and leave a fighter locked in a locker. They just they're not into it usually.
I'm out the hatch.
Where are you headed to now?
I'm going to the door to see if I can see Bart.
Okay, so you're leaning out the hatch. The ship swings around. What are you doing with over in your quadrant here?
Can I try and feet first push off a piece
Are you
of
doing
debris?
anything with the? Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna use the debris to try and
Yeah.
All right, here.
Try to
Roll
push
this
back.
up. We'll go
These
back
rolls
to
have been
a
going so well.
15 difficulty.
We're going to call it pretty soon, so let's try to save our friend before.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Anybody have eyes on him?
So I had,
Blaine.
I'm out there.
11.
I'm looking.
You're hanging out, but you're not drifting, right?
No, because
Okay,
I'm
okay.
tied off.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm out.
So you have like a full field
Yes.
of view off one side of the ship. So Blackie has the ship around. Looking forward, you may see something, but it's really hard because of the way the ship is. But Blackie, you see tumbling in like a starfish configuration. You see Bart, and he thumps into a piece of debris, and he launches in a completely like different direction. Like just
All right. Follow that asshole.
moments later, the ship drifts up next to you, like surgical precision, and you're able to grab,
grab him.
Sir Richard's arm hanging out.
Thank you. I was worried that.
Let's I'll bring you inside, and then
tell me?
Martha and I. Is there any large piece of this debris that we can go in and maybe get some other intel or a live collector? Is any of this debris field or
The biggest bit of debris is like stuff he jumped off of. It's just chunks of.
All right.
Can Stargirl do any kind of scan?
Do we have any of
Thermal
these live spiders, or we
Yeah,
do?
Yeah.
four
Yeah,
and
four.
blocker.
There's enough for most of us.
Well, I tell them all I have a dead one, but I don't think we need it because we've got these other ones to look at.
Well, let's hang on to them all.
But I'll hold
hang
on
on
to
to
the
it.
dead one so we can
You can
examine him.
make like a sheriff's badge out of
We
it.
also might be
I'm
able
way ahead
to
of you.
extract. Well, we don't know this, but whatever was in there. Total.
Yeah, but you have more intel on them
Oh,
than
yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
So
So he tells
A
us.
weird fucking thing happened when I
Yeah?
smashed this bastard.
Yeah.
It was like it's like a woman whispered in my ear, like her soul was escaping or something.
Ugh.
That's weird.
That does not bode well for me, I guess.
I don't know. I'm not that smart.
How would you
I'm
know
gonna
if you
pray
had
to
your soul?
Bahamut for Mildred. We'll see.
all right.
Is there a way to detect
Souls,
if you
Souls?
still have your soul or not? Yeah.
perhaps.
Well, if her soul was completely taken, she would
yeah, she'd be a
be
mess.
dead. Yeah, or
So it's
obviously.
they're harvesting
An asshole.
essence, little essence of the soul.
But let's call it.
All right.
And well, that was a good one. And I'm still awake.
Yay! I mean, boo!
I'm gonna fall asleep on the 101.
I'm gonna slap you one of these days.
Yay!
Sleep again.
Wow, posting Brian in this episode really helped.
Check out Gerry and I's book, Deadpool. It's if
Do
you
it.
haven't been reading the issues, 10 just came out, 11's coming soon. But you can catch up on the first 6 first 6 in our first trade paperback. Very excited about
June
that.
4th, June 8th.
Oh, I thought it was the 28th of this month.
Oh, maybe they moved it
I think
up.
it drops. I think it's available on Amazon and places like that
cool.
a week ago
Yes.
when you're listening to this.
Right.
But it's a
drop a
good
week
jumping
ago.
in spot. It's our first story, and it's really exciting for the both of us. And we hope you dig the book. See you guys next week.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolf Radio. Boom!